This is Dan.
That's why you're fucking poor.
And this is Dan.
You have never met anybody like me, and you probably never will, because you're a c***. Where's the vagina cream?
Now, despite the fact that one Dan looks like the love child of the Monopoly Man and a bear with Down syndrome, and the other a cross between Kim Jong-un and Oddjob from Austin Powers, they actually have a lot in common. They're both far superior than you or I.
I slag everybody off, Ed. So you can just go f*** yourself.
In the Bullshido world, we normally focus on those that use their arms, legs, and assorted other limbs for Bullshido combat. But today, we're looking at a different form of fake foo morons. The fake guru masters. Well, two of them anyway.
Because I want you to see that you're a c***.
Today it's a tale of two Dans. Dan Lok and Dan Pena. A couple of Asian and Latino sounding hustlers that position themselves as high-ticket salespeople that can teach you how to become as awesome as they are.
I'm the king of high-ticket sales, Dan Lok.
Both take their own unique approach, but I think by the end of this you'll be sold on the quality, and you might just pay them thousands of dollars to listen to their bullshit.
All the dwarfs that are watching, up your ass!
So let's begin with our first flamboyant, flashy wit, Dan Lok, the king of high-ticket sales.
I'm the king of high-ticket sales, Dan Lok.
The bloke who has a face that says he would definitely take the last piece of shrimp on the plate without a second thought. Nobody knows exactly what Dan Cock does, but that doesn't matter, because he's a high-ticket sales closer and drives around in fancy cars and stays in sick hotels. He is every teenage boy's idol. Well, before Tater Tot came along anyway. The true sign of a successful person is that they flaunt their wealth and are happy to sell you courses. Obviously, multimillionaires need to make YouTube videos and sell courses. If you don't understand, it's probably why you're broke. Like me.
That's why you're fucking poor.
There's 1,000,001 videos on these blokes, but we're just here to have a little laugh at some of their classic moments. Not talk about their scamming and bullshit nature. That part will become very evident.
Frankly, I don't give a fuck. I really do not give a fuck.
Classic moments like when you pay thousands of dollars for a seminar, and you find out that not only are you being taught unstoppable sales techniques, but unstoppable combat techniques. Especially if the other person isn't ready.
That chấp giải.
That we call in Chinese Bahui.
Dan is a firm believer in both positive and negative reinforcement, but generally negative. You see, the only way to get you to succeed is for you to know just how stupid and lazy you are.
You can't even search it. It's too hard to even type in the word. Give me a break. You can't even click on the thing.
Once you realize that you'll never be as good as Dan, send in your 5k per hour and Dan will transform you and your business into gods like himself. That's right, 5,000 to talk to this pudgy little frog who makes his money from cheating, scamming and manipulating a certain demographic of young individuals. Allegedly.
The keyboard warriors, they're fucking probably at home jacking off.
But who is the real idiot here? The guy making presumably some sort of decent coin off of all of the vulnerable, gullible simpletons who pay for these courses and seminars? Or the pudgy, balding moron making videos mocking them? Food for thought. Dan does not care about idiots like me.
Frankly, I don't give a fuck. I really do not give a fuck.
Dan explains to me why I am broke and don't have the awesome life he does, and then peers right into my soul and rips out my heart.
Right? Besides jacking off in front of the computer, what else to do, dude?
How the f*** did he know I was jacking? I asked Dan what he thought about my YouTube channel and the best community that is Seagalism, and once again, he poo-pooed me.
Oh, I'm so no, tell me the truth. You're not good at anything. You've no substance. You've no foundation. Right? Besides jacking off in front of the computer, what else to do, dude?
That is the second time Dan has mentioned jacking off in front of the computer. I'm starting to think he may be projecting some unresolved childhood trauma. Poor Dan. That mental anguish explains the need to dress up in ridiculous suits and extort mentally weak individuals. Now you know a bloke is legit when he has a gun that shoots money. That is the sure sign of a legit businessman. I know it sounds like I'm mocking Danny boy, but what would I know?
That's why you're fucking poor.
No! No, no, no! I'm not looking to buy today.
I'm sure Elon Musk, Gates, Bezos, Steven Seagal, all the great wealthy men of the world have their own gun that shoots money. Standard procedure. We were lucky enough to get a sneak peek of Heavy D on a high-ticket sales consulting call. Now keep in mind, this is obviously 100% genuine and not just for the cameras.
Usually I start with 2 hours because with what you're doing right now, I think 2 hours will be sufficient enough to, let me look at your offer, we package your service a bit. So for 2 hours, I charge 10K. How do you feel about that?
You go fuck yourself.
As far as we know, he knows no details about what this guy even does with his business, but the point of this call is to illustrate how much big dick energy Dan has, and I can feel it from here. If I'm being honest, I can almost taste it.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
Dan does that rich person influencer thing of using analogies to sound smart rather than having actual substance in your words. It's the go-to move nowadays.
Do you want to be Bentley in your industry or you want to be the Hyundai?
I'm done with the Hyundai.
Correct. And I am the fucking Bentley. So where should we go from here?
And I am the fucking Bloke.
I'm to meet the king of high-ticket sales, Dan Lok, and we start our relationship by me giving you a discount. Would you trust to hire a guy like that to help you increase your price?
I would never trust a guy like you, because I'm not a fucking moron, but it also explains,
That's why you're fucking poor.
just in case you weren't aware, or perhaps have forgotten,
King of high-ticket sales, Dan Lok.
That's why you're fucking poor.
it would be easy to just blow off Dan and say he's a shit-talking liar. I mean, he is, but not necessarily always. Here, he just plainly tells you how stupid you'd have to be to believe people like him.
If you believe someone's hot tip, you believe someone says on Facebook like post, oh, you should buy this, you should invest in that, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, don't buy anything, unless it's one of the million courses that this bloke has to sell on his website. I'm not even fucking kidding. I had to keep scrolling down to find the end, and it took a fucking while. For the wealthy idiot out there, you can pay up to $15,000 for some useless shit you can find for free online. In fact, I don't even understand how you amass $15,000 worth of disposable income if you're stupid enough to give it to Locky Boy. It ranges all the way down to $97 for you gullible brokies who are clearly trying to stay that way because you're giving this dude $97. The funny thing is, Dan number 1 is actually a lightweight compared to Dan number 2. Big DP, Dan Pena, is the king of alpha sales.
Why don't you just line all your parents up there? Ah! Cut them down like the fucking dogs that they are!
I did mention earlier about how saying things with shock value or analogies rather than actual substance is the way to go. Meet the king of raving and ranting like a lunatic. DP has a message for us right from the start.
You should have rolled down the inside of your fucking fat mother's thigh, you stupid cunts!
I know you're thinking it's harsh, but sometimes tough love is the only way to go.
And the reason you're here, you snowflake cunt, is because nobody treated you like shit. Tough love works! You fucking weenies!
It turns out Big Double Penetration went to the same school of genius that a certain bald turtle also attended.
We're all different people, and this with his fucking earrings and the shit.
When asked by a group how they were ever expecting to recoup the money they spent on these stupid seminars and courses, Dan Pena lays it out eloquently.
You don't, you fucking retards!
DP needs you to understand that he really doesn't care about your lives or helping you. He just needs your money so he can let out his blue ball anger at you and the other idiots who pay for this shit.
I don't give a shit. Nobody, don't you understand? Nobody cares about all the trials and tribulations of your fucking weak lives.
Now this man is a genius, and he made the smart move of leaving once dog poop turned the other way, but I can only assume that the rest of these fuckers are instantly regretting attending whatever the fuck this is.
Don't piss me off! You're in no position to piss me off!
I don't even think Dan knows what he's saying.
And that's what I've been telling people for 50 fucking years!
Pink Pocket Square Pena does have some strange advice on how to keep your wife or partner happy, but hey, he's the guru, not me.
Your wife's a filthy whore. Get away, bitch, and now hit him with a brick. You filthy whore. Get the out. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
And then it turns really kinky really quickly.
And you're hoping that she pulls you a little harder.
Now when you have to stop and explain the things you say, it kind of loses all emotion and power at that moment.
I was too much of when I say coward.
So why the hell don't you just say coward then, you flog? He has a habit of telling people to cease their own existence, but only metaphorically.
Most of the people on this is what you should do. metaphorically speaking. And you're worried, kill yourself, metaphorically speaking.
What does that even mean? Just more saying shit for the sake of saying shit. I do have to hand it to Big D. He does have some awesome one-liners though.
A stiff drink and a good kill most people in this room. You should have rolled down the inside of your fat mama's leg. I wanted to choke her eyes out of her head.
But if you're still unsure as to Penal's approach, well, pay f***ing attention, you dumb f***. See? I'm learning.
Tough love works. I'm the alpha male father you never had.
Daddy? Is that you? I mean, if this fella is such an alpha dog, and he is extremely rich, then why does he waste his time coming out and yelling and ranting and acting like a woman in menopause for money? Shouldn't he be surrounded by a harem of women, owning his own country, dictating the economy and how things work and whatever else? I mean, you'd think so given the way this wanker speaks.
But would you like your kids to turn out like the bums that you chill with, that you hang with? Bums! And why have I been so successful over these 25 years? A worthless piece of shit that should have rolled down the inside of your fat mama's leg. A worthless piece of shit.
You see, the problem with all of these f***wits is they think that money makes them high value. Yeah, high value in the marketplace they've managed to fool the idiots to pay them. I'm not disputing that. But these people do not hold any qualities or characteristics that I deem valuable.
That's why you're poor.
Perhaps their ambition and ability to believe in themselves no matter what. Agreed. But beyond that, they speak hollow words and tailor themselves to a group of individuals who are misguided and looking for help.
At home jacking off, right? Besides jacking off in front of the computer, what else to do, dude?
Both of them are richer than I am and have amassed more success in their respective scammy fields. Can't argue that. But I wouldn't trade any part of who I am to be any part of who these schmucks are. And neither should you. Striving to improve is a noble goal. And we must all endeavour to become better people in whatever way we set out. But money should not be your primary focus. Otherwise you end up like these two sorry excuses for human beings.
Show me. Line up.
I can't imagine they have a lot of love in their lives. And in fact, that lack of love growing up explains a hell of a lot about both of them and their attitude.
Me! Not the other guys you listen to. Me! Not the f***ing rat shit bastard that you listen to. And that's how personal development was born. A scam that you can't f***ing measure. So you go back and you read your PD book. You listen to your f***ing podcast, you worthless pieces of shit.
Nobody is perfect. Be the best you that you can be. You certainly don't need to pay thousands of dollars to anyone to improve yourself. Read, listen to podcasts, absorb information. It's free. Be your own Super Dan. And thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you're interested in joining Seagalism, the hottest movement of 2024 and beyond, hit that subscribe button. We welcome all new Seagalians.
Dad, why were you here with me? Because each and every one of you are my family and you're my friends.
Check out the awesome merch store where you can find apparel that instantly makes you 79% more attractive to the opposite sex. Facts.
Fuck no.
Until next time, legends, thanks for riding along with me. Remember, you're awesome, but you can always be better.
That's why you're poor.
Don't abuse your wife in the way Danny Boy did.
Your wife's a filthy whore. Get away, bitch. Now, filthy whore.
But above all, stay awesome. Peace, legends.
Emotional